You're welcome to Editorial Thought. I am Tochukwu Raphael. The former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, has triggered a needless controversy on social media over his recent visit to Afe Babalola, the prominent lawyer who had the human rights activist Dele arrested and subsequently detained for alleged defamation. Peter Obi was said to have traveled from Lagos to Afe Babalola University, Ekiti State, to meet the aged lawyer. In his office, Babalola engaged Peter Obi in a profound discussion which included the conflict between him and the activist. Afterwards, Obi proceeded to the correctional facility where Dele Farotimi was being held. In a secret meeting, Obi reportedly expressed solidarity and engaged in an honest conversation aiming to resolve the ongoing conflict. And now, some people are already condemning Obi's action. These people are saying that Obi should not have visited the man who had an innocent figure imprisoned. Still, some other persons are hurling abusive language against Obi. This group argues that Obi plays by double standard since he visited the aged lawyer after he had criticized him on social media. But are these concerns sound and sensible? I don't think so. Now, why has Peter Obi done what he did? Do not forget that Peter Obi is an eccentric and enigmatic politician. He's a mysterious politician who dips himself in the mud and yet remained unstained. He associates with all kinds of politicians, good, bad, and ugly, while himself remains undefined. Also, do not forget that in January 2023, Babalola endorsed Peter Obi for presidency. To use his exact words, unless you are part of the old system that has brought us to where we are, there is no way you will oppose a young man like Peter Obi, an untainted, young, educated man with ideas from being the president of Nigeria. End of quote. Now, these were the words of Babalola, who endorsed Peter Obi.
Yes, we want to be a good governor. Learn how to lie.
In politics, as well as any form of human relationship, there is a natural law that governs everything, governs it, and that is the law of reciprocal action. It simply entails that what you give is what you get. The currency of kindness always circulates back to you as long as you give it first. That is part of the reason why Obi decided to visit Babalola. As a politician, Obi did not visit Babalola to give the lawyer a token of cake for arresting Farotimi. No, of course. Peter Obi had earlier on his X page criticized the aged lawyer for his action. By doing this, Obi amazingly displayed solidarity with the two parties. Moreover, Obi has proved himself a great peacemaker. To be a peace mediator is not a piece of cake. One must have earned the trust of opposing parties in a war or a conflict before they can accept one to mediate between them. As political wizard, Peter Obi has been able to earn the trust of both Farotimi and Babalola. Now, what Obi has done could be described as a symbol of peace, which could catalyze the resolution of the feud between the two parties. It could further be seen as embodying the principles of shuttle diplomacy, a technique where a mediator travels between parties in conflict to facilitate communication and negotiations. Obi's visit to Babalola, who was involved in Farotimi's imprisonment, demonstrates his commitment to building bridges and finding a common ground. That's all I have for you on the editorial thought. Thank you.
The only thing on my mind is how to bring about a peaceful revolution in Nigeria. Violence pays the system. It plays into their hands. Eschew violence, but be firm in declaring your rights as human beings and find common purpose with your neighbors. Is there a tribe immune to hunger? Is there any immune to impunity? Is there any religion that is not feeling the bite of insecurity? Nigeria is in a place right now where it is tottering at the brink. And if we are going to ever save our country and to save ourselves, it will be because we move beyond the idiocy of ethno-religious bigotry. And we understand that those who actively promote these bigotries and ethno-religious madness, even the ones promoting vacuous religiosity, they are the beneficiaries of the ruination of our country. We are the victims. It's not about our ethnic origin or affiliation. It has nothing to do with our religiosity or non-religiosity. Those who benefit, they are from all the religious faiths. Some of them do not even have any understanding of God and do not care to even pretend to do. They're from every tribe across the length and breadth of Nigeria. They belong to every ethnicity. If we do not find the capacity to act collectively as one, recognizing what is in our own common interest and common good, we will never get rid of the affliction of the ruiners that are sat on our collective back. There is nothing that hails the Igbo man that does not hail the Yoruba man, that hails the Ijaw man that does not hail the Fulani man. It's about a class that have held all of us as slaves. Those are the allergies. The allergies in question is the allergy of feudalism. Feudalism cannot tolerate citizenship, and feudalism cannot tolerate the rule of law. If you are ever going to get that thing off your back, the only thing you are going to do is first fight together as one to be citizens. When you are done fighting together as one to be citizens, you can determine what you want to do as citizens, because citizens, get it clear, citizens have the right to self-determination. Citizens vote in referendums. Citizens vote in elections, and their vote would count.
I already told you, I wasn't shy about saying it. I said this system is not reformable. Nigeria will either descend into chaos or it might be saved by a revolution. The only way it is a revolution is when there is a plan for the day after the chaos. But the descent into chaos has already begun.
When a lie endures for so long and the sufferers become complicit in the erection and maintenance of that lie can actually become the truth in the consciousness of the victims. So each and every one of you, I'm speaking to you as my fellow lepers. I recognize the fact of my leprosy. I'm a Nigerian. That's why I'm always careful to explain that I'm not a citizen. I'm a victim of Nigeria.